What's up YouTube, Team Jackassery coming back with a brand new Dragon Ball Super deck profile. This time we are looking at my Syn Shenron Mono Yellow deck. Mostly all Shadow Dragons. There's a few ways I could have built this deck. I could have built it aggro, but I don't have the aggro cards for it. Now they're a little expensive if y'all want to get a playset. You can go stall, which is mostly what I made this deck, because I'm a fan of like long playing games, not like turn 2, turn 3. I like stalling out the game a little bit. Who doesn't? One of the best decks to slow a game down with, if you get the right cards, and that's my stall Syn Shenron. So before we take a look at the deck, we are going to look at the leader. He is Syn Shenron. By the labeling in the background, it looks red, but it is a yellow. It just looks red. I think Shadow Dragons would have been fun if they were red. They'd be a bit more aggro, but I think yellow fits their color perfectly. So there is Syn Shenron looking menacing as usual. And we'll take a look at his ability. When this card attacks, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, add up to 1 Shadow Dragon card among them, and add it to your hand, shuffle your deck. So look at the top 5, grab a Shadow Dragon. Most people say they prefer the draw, but I prefer to have the top 5 search because it's technically a draw. Plus, you're searching for a Shadow Dragon, you're looking for your pieces, and that's what you mostly want to get. Auto, at the end of your turn, choose one of your yellow Shadow Dragons in your battle area, switch to active mode. So after you attack with something, you can switch it back to active mode to keep it from being attacked. Plus, if it's something with like a blocker ability, you can switch to active mode after it attacks. And is awakened if your life is 3 or less, or if you have a yellow unison with a specified cost of 4 in play. Draw 2 cards, choose one of your energy, flip it to active mode, and flip this card over. So he becomes Syn Shenron, negative energy overflow. So he's not Omega Shenron on this side, which kind of sucks. I would have liked it if it was Omega Shenron. But anyways, his abilities are when this card attacks, draw 1 card, so he gets that ability, the awakened side. And auto, at the end of your turn, switch all yellow Shadow Dragons in your battle area to active mode. So instead of switching one to active mode, you get to switch all the ones you have in play. And for the main ability, active main, pay 6, play up to 7 Shadow Dragon cards with different names from your drop area. So if your drop area is full of Shadow Dragons, play as many as you want as long as they have different names. So that is it for the leader. Now we will get on to the deck itself. I run 3 copies of Negative Energy 2-star Ball, which is Haze Shenron's Shadow Ball. He is a 1-drop, 5,000 combo, 1 power. Permanent, this card cannot attack and isn't affected by any of your opponent's skills. So your opponent can't screw with it any other way. Active main, pay 1 yellow if your leader card is Shadow Dragon. Card, place this card in its owner's drop area. Choose 1 Haze Shenron with an energy cost of 2 or 3 in your deck or hand and play it, then shuffle your deck. So turn 1 you can just play it, just let it sit out there. Turn 2 you can sack it, play your Haze Shenron with an energy cost of 2 or 3. But in this deck there's only in existence, there's only Haze Shenron with an energy cost of 3 and 4. So I assume we're going to get some more support along the way, hopefully. So that's the negative ball. Next we run 3 copies of Haze Shenron, the Poison Mancer. Got that right off the bat because it's kind of a weird word, Poison Mancer. Anyways, we run 3 copies. He's a 3-drop, 5,000 combo, 15,000 power crit. When you play this card, add up to 1 Shadow Dragon card with energy cost of 4 or less from your drop area to your hand. So when he's played, if you want, you can get your 2-star ball back. Or if you're playing a little bit late game, you can get one of your other Shadow Dragons from your drop to your hand. So for some replay use. Next we run 3 copies of Haze Genron, Venomous Mist. He is a 4-drop, 5,000 combo, 20,000 power, Double Strike, EX Evolve. For free on a Haze Shenron, energy cost of 3. So the previous one we just had. So if he's in your hand and you've attacked with your Haze already, you can just evolve for free, and he gets switched to active mode after he evolves, which is actually a really nice move because then you can go for crit immediately, and then you can just evolve him onto a double striker, which is always nice to have a free evolve and switch to active mode. If your leader card is a Shadow Dragon card, you can choose one Shadow Dragon in your hand. Choose one of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode with energy cost greater than its current energy and KO it. So just when he attacks, you can combo with one of your cards in your hand. Yeah, you just choose one Shadow Dragon card in your hand, discard it, choose one of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode with just a higher energy cost than your opponent's energy, and just KO it. Really good thing to use if you want to get rid of something in rest mode your opponent has. Next, we run 2 copies of Natron Shenron Pan Absorbed. Super Natron Shenron, sorry. He is a 4-drop, 5,000 combo, 20,000 power. EX Evolve on yellow on a Natron Shenron with an energy cost of 2. When this card is played, place 3 Shadow Dragons from your drop area to the bottom of your deck in any order. This card gains dual attack. Auto, pay 1 yellow. If this card is used in a combo, play 1 7-star negative ball from your drop area. Unfortunately, I do not run those. You mostly use this guy's ability when you go for pay 6 with your leader ability, and you can just play him from your drop. And then you can give him dual attack by returning Shadow Dragons from your drop back into the bottom of your deck just to give him a bit of dual attack, deal a bit of extra damage. Now on to the main line for this deck. We run 4 copies of Negative Energy Ball, 1-star ball. So it is a 1-drop, 5,000 combo, 1 power. Same as Haze Shenron, it can't be screwed with by your opponent's skills. Pay 1 yellow, you can ditch it, choose 1 Syn Shenron with an energy cost between 2 and 4 in your deck or hand, and play it and shuffle your deck. So you just sack it turn 2, and then you get to play one of these 4 copies of Syn Shenron Shadow Dragon Leader. He is a 4-drop, 5,000 combo, 19,000 power blocker. When this card is removed from your battle area by an opponent's skill, draw 1 card and then play up to 1 energy star ball from your drop area. So just when he's KO'd, you get to bring out the 1-drop. And then on your next turn, you can pop it to replay this guy. If you have another one in your hand or in your deck. When this card is played, choose up to 1 of your opponent's leader cards in rest mode or battle cards with an energy cost of 4 or less in rest mode. It can't attack until the end of your opponent's next turn. So as soon as you play him, if your opponent's leader is in rest mode, which could be possible because your opponent's going to want to attack with their leader, or if it's a Shenron leader, they just have it in rest mode, search for Dragon Balls, your opponent can't attack with it, or you can just choose one of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode and they can't attack with it. Very good stall, if you ask me. It's just really good stall. And next we run 4 copies of Syn Shenron Destruction Incarnate. He is a 9-drop, 10,000 combo, plus when you use combo, 30,000 power, blocker, revenge. That's always a good combination, I've always thought. Revenge was a great skill, but the way they nerfed it sucks. EX Evolve, yellow on a Syn Shenron, energy cost of 4, so he just evolves on this guy when you need to. When your opponent plays a battle card, you may choose that battle card, ignore barrier, and negate its skills for the turn. And this is not a once per turn, it's whenever your opponent plays a battle card, its skills are automatically negated. And ignoring barrier just makes it all the sweeter. And when this card is removed from your battle area by an opponent's skill or KO, draw 2 cards, play up to 1 negative energy star ball from your drop area. So that way you can start your 1-drop to the 4-drop to your 9-drop again. And if you get multiple of these guys out at once, the blocker revenge is so nice. And since your leader will switch them back to active mode, you can activate their blocker yet again. And last but for the Shadow Dragons, we control 1 Syn Shenron Negative Energy Incarnate. He is a 7-drop, 10,000 combo, plus when he uses combo, 35,000 power. He is ultimate, so you can only have 1 card with ultimate in the deck at once. Deflect, so he can't be countered, and blocker. Permanent, reduce the energy cost in your hand by 1 for each card in your drop area with an energy cost of 1, and this card cannot be removed from your battle area by an opponent's skills, so your opponent can't still mess with this. When this card activates its blocker skill, switch this card to active mode and give it -5. So he can just keep blocking for days until he's KO'd. And since we already have like the balls here for there, and it does not say battle cards with energy cost of 1, so it can be anything, even extra cards in your drop area that will reduce his cost. So if you slow down the game enough, you can just play him for one, just a 1-drop free blocker, and your opponent can't mess with it. You can just keep putting him rest, and he can also be played with your leaders. Pay 6 ability, so he can get played from your drop if he's in the drop area. Now for non-Shadow Dragon cards, we run 4 copies of Dark Power Black Mass Sand. As I said, we want to slow down the game, and if your opponent's like cheating a bunch of small stuff out, what better way to have this guy out and eat your opponent's hand? And you don't want to ever attack with him, you just want to just have him out there. So he's a 1-drop, 5,000 combo, 5,000 power. When you attack with this card, you can add 1 card from your life to your hand. If you do, this card gains plus 10 in crit. So you can attack with him if you want to go for a little self-awaken. And the main ability you want to use when your opponent plays a battle card with 15,000 power or less using a non-keyword skill. Your opponent chooses 2 cards from their hand and plays them in the drop area. So anytime your opponent plays something for free with a non-keyword skill, they have to pitch 2 cards. And if you have at least 2 of these out and your opponent plays something with a non-keyword skill, they're pitching 4 cards, and your opponent cannot afford to do that. So that's how you mostly slow down the game, because Black Mass Sand has to be basically running anything, because anyone can play anything for free, and it's devastating if it keeps multiplying. Next, we run 4 copies of Hidden Power Supreme Kai. He is a 2-drop, 10,000 combo, plus 1 user combo, 15,000 power. And when you combo with this card, choose up to 1 of your attacking cards, it gains double strike. So what you mostly want to use with this, you mostly want to use it on your Haze Shenrons or your Super Natron Shenrons. Just give dual attack double strike, or what I most like is the double strike crit, because you can play this like around turn 2 when you have a free energy. You can just combo with the E Supreme Kai and deal double strike crit, and your opponent's not going to really like that. Nobody likes double strike crit, especially when your opponent gets away with it with a 25 beat stick. And next we run for super combos 4 copies of Zamasu Sacred Disbelief. He is a 2-drop blue-yellow super combo, 10,000 combo, 10,000 power, super combo, energy exhaust, but you never want to play it in your energy. If your leader card is blue or yellow, when you combo with this card from your hand, choose up to 1 of your opponent's leader cards or battle cards, and switch it to active mode. So if your opponent attacks you with a battle card, you want to use it for a combo, tap their leader, or if they've got something really big out you don't want them to come at you with, like maybe Awakened Power Super Saiyan Son Goku, Ultra Instinct, tap it. And then once mostly your opponent's stuff is tapped, you can go in for an attack, kill it if you need to, or just go in for an attack on your opponent's leader. Or you can just, when you tap your opponent's leader, when you have play your 4-drop, just choose your opponent's leader, can't attack, then you can switch it to rest mode, or you can just switch something else to rest mode and just all-out attack. And next we run 4 copies of Tyrannical Blow. Really good counterplay for if you want to counter something big that's coming out or negate something skills like maybe Broly BR Red. Tyrannical Blow is a 1-drop yellow counterplay. If your leader card is yellow, if the battle card being played is an entry cost of 3 or less, it is played with its skills negated for the turn. Then choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards or unison cards and negate its skill. So it can negate a battle card skill as long as it doesn't have barrier, or a unison, which is always good to negate. Because then if your opponent goes to pop off one of their abilities, no, you're not doing that. Next, we are running a negate that's only for Shadow Dragon Leader. Burning Spin, we run 4 copies of it. It is a yellow negate. If your leader card is a Shadow Dragon card, negate the attack and choose 1 of your opponent's battle cards and switch it to rest mode. So again, you're negating an attack, switching something else to rest mode, just to stall out the game as much as possible, because stall is fun. Next we run 3 copies of Flying Nimbus. It is a 1-drop yellow negate again. Negate the attack, then you may place 1 yellow card in your hand into the drop area. If you do, your opponent can only attack 1 more time with battle cards for the duration of the turn. Again, you're playing a bunch of 1-drop extra cards, so you can get your 7-drop out a lot quicker by pitching more cards with an entry cost of 1 and just keeping your opponent from attacking you until you can go for game. And last but not least, we run 3 copies of Time Magic. It is a 1-drop yellow negate sparking. If counterattack, if your related card is yellow, negate the attack, then choose one of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode. Ignore barrier. Switch to it can't switch to active mode until the start of my next turn. And sparking 5. If you have 5 cards in your drop, play it for free. Just take a card from your life. And again, more 1-drops you can use. So that is for my Shadow Dragon Syn Shenron Shadow Dragon deck. So that's it for this deck profile. So remember to comment, rate, please subscribe, like my Facebook page, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. Those links are in the description below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more content. There'll be more content like this and much more on my channel. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.